Do you need help getting down? Do I need to call the fire department?
Oh, 119.
Okay friends, this is literally about to be the best day ever because I've been waiting for this moment for so long. And I don't just mean for the past like year plus that we've had this house. I mean like your girl's been waiting for a garage workshop for a long time and she's finally getting it. Now I know that throughout a lot of the more recent videos on my channel, you've seen me do a lot of building. So you've seen different variations and iterations of clutter in this garage. But just to recap real quick, last time I actually gave you a full look at this entire space. It was super cluttered. There were cabinets everywhere. There was clutter everywhere. I could barely move in here. My garage door wasn't even a garage door. It was just like a piece of tarp flapping in the wind. So we were basically building in a blanket fort, which was like kind of cool, but like only for 5 minutes. And since then I have a brand new, delicious, gorgeous garage door that is letting in so much natural light. I've also donated all of the excess cabinets that were in here to other people that needed them. And I've gotten rid of a ton of clutter. So it's not that bad in here, she says while looking around her garage and feeling overwhelmed by how much needs to actually get done in this space. But there are still things I need to put in bins for easy access. There are still tools and cabinets that were left from the previous homeowners that I'm hoping to donate. And there is still a whole garage that I basically need to demo because I want to start fresh with a blank slate. So in today's video, we are just going to be clearing out this garage. We're going to be starting fresh. And then by the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you what's cooking up in my brain for this space and share some of the really fun ideas I have for this future garage workshop. That being said, there is a ton to do and I know I'm not going to get it all done today, but I want to get a healthy start on the work that needs to be done before we can start fresh in here. So that being said, let's get started. All right, well, I'm not 100% sure where to start because it's a little overwhelming here. So I'm just gonna start here because most of this stuff has to go in bins. Also, I don't know why I have like 4 of the same color wood finish and like 3 of the same types of screws. Am I a hoarder? Am I a hoarder and I don't know? Nah, I can't be hoarding if you actually use all the stuff, right? Says the girl who has 4 of the same color copper spray paint. We'll deal with your hoarding tendencies at a later date, Sam. For now, pack some stuff away. So I'm probably gonna jump in and out here in voiceover world because, spoiler alert, this project did not go as planned. I thought this was gonna be an easy, let's clean out the garage, let's store some stuff in the storage shed for now. We'll get in here, we'll demo some stuff, we'll paint the walls, fix the floors, and then you'll have a workshop in like a week. But it did not turn out that way. We'll talk about it a little more in a little bit. But yeah, I'm definitely watching this back being like, girlfriend, you celebrated this win way too early. Just wait till you see what's coming. All right, so this is why I think I might be a hoarder. I literally purchased this piece of lumber and I was like, I'm so excited to make something with it. It's been sitting in this garage for a year. So eventually I'll make something cool with it, but right now I'm not. This has to all go into that little storage shed in the back of my house, along with pretty much everything else on this shelf. So that should make my life a little easier. Also, good news, my dad just called and he said that he's free tomorrow morning. So he's gonna come help me do some demo work in here, which is great. So my goal right now is to just get enough cleaned up to where he can come here tomorrow, kind of help me with the rest. And hopefully we can get this entire garage cleaned out tomorrow now that I'll have a second set of hands. I'm probably gonna owe him like a lot of coffee, breakfast, bunch of other stuff. But you know what? It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. And you guys love when my dad comes to hang out, so it's gonna be a treat for everyone. It's also 5:35 and it is pitch black outside. I'm over it. I'm over it. I miss the sun. Okay, yeah, so day one, my goal was literally to just clean out what I could and to get some stuff into that storage shed to make space for this renovation. And then my dad was gonna come the next day and just help me kind of demo those workbenches and some stuff on the walls. Okay, so ironically, the last thing I need to do tonight is move my tools from this box to a different box. But once I do that, we're good to go. I feel like I did a lot today, but I also feel like I got not that much done. So I'm hoping that tomorrow when my dad comes to help that he's like, oh my God, wow, you got so much done yesterday. Just like that, like in that voice and everything. So I'm gonna transfer this to the rolly bin. That way tomorrow we still have access to tools, but they're not in a broken box. Almost there, Sam. You can have dinner when you're done. Literally transferring these from one box to another box. So ridiculous. This isn't even mine. I borrowed this from a friend. I gotta give it back. I am done. So I am gonna call it a night. And then tomorrow, my dad comes to visit. We're gonna hopefully demo. All right, friends, that's about it. Time for me to grab some dinner, because I am hangry. See you tomorrow, friends. Bye. Hi, look who's here.
I'm over here. I'm back.
Yeah, do you even know like what you signed up for today?
I have no clue.
Yeah,
No
we have
clue.
a lot to do.
But she has a mess in here.
It's not that bad. I got a lot done
She got
yesterday.
a big mess in here.
Dad, do you think I got a lot done yesterday?
I don't know. I wasn't here yesterday.
I was saying yesterday, I was like, he's gonna come in tomorrow and be like, wow, you got so much done, like just like that.
It doesn't look like she did anything.
That's so rude. Okay, so Dad and I have to demo this. We have to demo the shelving off the wall. We have to demo the other makeshift workbench thing, and we want to demo the loft.
Hopefully.
I think we can get it done in one day. I'm feeling really optimistic. We could do it. I feel it. We could do it.
Now I know why she needed me.
You're doing
To
great.
move stuff.
I'm gonna grab my coffee.
Joe's moving service.
Dad, someone today said that we should start a podcast.
What? I'm too shy.
He just says, I'm too shy. Would you guys want to subscribe to a podcast with me and my dad? You're doing great.
I know. Look, Dad, look. I don't understand why it doesn't work, Dad. I don't know why.
He's so dramatic. Hey, quick tip. If you have leftover paint in your house, check out your like local recycling center. Our local recycling center has an option for me to literally just bring all of this old paint there and then they will recycle it for me. Don't throw this stuff out in the trash.
Just pour it all over your driveway.
And that's why he doesn't make instructional YouTube videos. Found a horseshoe. Does this mean that we're gonna have some luck in this shop? She says optimistically, not knowing what is literally and figuratively hiding behind the walls of her garage shop. Side note, having a second set of hands for anything demo related, 10 out of 10.
Found all of the tape measures. I keep losing.
So my goal was really to get most of the front of the garage cleared out during this day with Dad because I really wanted to demo the loft at the top of the garage and start emptying that out while I had him because the old homeowner stored a ton of stuff up there. I really just wanted to start this with a clean slate and be able to come in and customize it and do my thing with it. I will say though, we found some really fun stuff up in that loft. I can't wait to show you. Ooh, look at that.
Woodworking.
Ooh, the
You
woodworking.
ready? Watch yourself.
Workbook.
This was like meant to be a wood shop. Look, an old Stanley
Tool manual.
the painting and decorating.
Reading encyclopedia. There's literally like units of lessons, and I wonder if I would pass any of these tests. I feel like probably not. We're keeping this.
Build your own dust
Collector. It would be really fun to actually like build one of these old school. Ooh, fold down work center. It would actually be really fun to build one of these. Maybe I should do it. Let me know in the comments if I should build one of these that I'm finding. I'll share all the manuals on my Instagram. Do I need to send the troops? Can't even see you.
What?
There he is.
Here I am.
Do you need help getting down? Do I need to call the fire department?
Yep. Oh, 119.
119. I don't know who that's gonna dial, but I don't think they're gonna help you. All right, let me clean up this mess so that we can take this loft down. Oh my goodness, friends, look how big and open it is in here right now. It feels so tall. I love it. I legitimately don't think I want to use that top area as a loft. I think I want to keep it tall in here. It just feels huge. I'm so excited. We're gonna talk plans and workshop design really soon. I promise. I'm so excited to share that all with you. But one thing I want to mention is I was so excited about these tall ceilings because I did not have tall ceilings in my shed shop. So I want to celebrate these ceilings. I don't want to store anything up there. I was super stoked about it. But that excitement was very short-lived because shortly after finding the beautiful exposed ceiling, I found something else that brought this project to a screaming halt. Oh, I wasn't planning on this, so it looks like it's an active leak. So we're gonna have to demo this whole wall. That's all wet back there. It's really bad, right? Mold? Is it mold or is it wet? It can soften.
All right, so if you couldn't tell by the abrupt stop to this garage demo video that you just saw, Houston, we have a problem. So basically, in like the most Spark Notes version I can think of, the previous homeowners had installed windows in this garage, and unfortunately they did not install them correctly. Anywhere that there's a window, there was water coming in from the outside for who knows how long. I have no idea when they put the windows in that garage. It could be like decades long of leaking into those garage walls. That means that any place that there's a window in that garage, there is also water damage, dry rot, and black mold. And obviously anytime that there's a black mold issue anywhere, it also becomes a health issue. So I'm gonna have to bring in the professionals to deal with this problem. There's good news and bad news. We'll start with the bad news, I guess. I always like starting with the bad news. I feel like the good news kind of like cushions the fall a little bit. So the bad news is that this means that the entire garage needs to be ripped down to the studs. So that means drywall has to go, insulation has to go, the sheathing that's all rotted out and has the black mold has to go. The garage basically has to be safely abated and purified to make sure that black mold isn't growing anywhere else except for these small little sections of the garage. Since we're ripping out sheathing, that also means I need new siding, and I also just found out that I need a new roof because the roof was also not installed properly. Saying that out loud feels less fun than actually thinking about how much needs to be done in that shop. Anyway, the good news is that since a lot of that work needs to be dealt with by professionals because of that black mold issue and the moisture issue, I don't have to do the work because that's gonna be included in kind of like the overall cost of me hiring out for this project. So A, that means it's going to be done the right way. And B, it means that it's gonna be done without me having to do some of those things that I hate doing anyway, aka like drywall work really sucks. I still have other aspects of this project I am going to have to jump in and do once they're done with their part, but essentially I can't be in the garage for the next 3 to 4 weeks because they're gonna be working in there. So I'm gonna let them do their thing, take care of their thing. In the meantime, I will work on some other projects in the house because this house is a never-ending project, which is fine. It just means I'm waiting a little bit longer to get into my workshop than I was hoping. But what that also does is give me some time to plan out this dream workshop space that I've been waiting a decade for. Like when I started my woodworking business, I literally started it out of a corner of my dad's storage shed in the house that I grew up in, and that was like 10 years ago. So I literally have been waiting 10 years to have a workshop like this one, and I'm so excited to plan it. So since they're doing all of the work that I don't want to do, I get to do the fun part of planning, and let me show you what my plans are for this space. There are 3 things that I really want in this workshop, and I wasn't able to have 2 of them in my shed shop because it was too small. The first is custom cabinetry for tool storage. I want to hide all of my tools in these cabinets and drawers and just keep everything looking super neat and super clean. The second thing I want is a miter saw station. I kind of had one of those in my old shop, but I want one that's like huge. Now that I'm able to fit like full pieces of wood in my workshop, I want to have a place where I could comfortably cut them. And you all know like the miter saw is one of my favorite tools because it's one of the first tools I ever learned how to use. So I'm going to be making a super cool miter saw station. Even cooler, I have a really special guest coming to help me build these cabinets. I'm so excited for her to come. You guys are gonna be so stoked. She is honestly like a cabinet making queen. I cannot wait to spill the beans on who is coming to visit me next month. Also, one thing that I always have wished that I had space for in the shed shop was a proper outfeed table for a proper table saw. So I'm upgrading my table saw. I'm gonna be building a really cool outfeed table in the center of my shop that's also going to be kind of like a workstation for most of my projects. Cannot wait for that. In addition to that, I want it to be light and bright, lots of cool lighting in there. We're gonna have, you know, now that glass door and the windows, and I'm putting in a new door on the side of the garage. It's also gonna have a glass window. So my hope is to not really have to use those lights, but because it gets so dark so early in the winter, it's gonna be so nice to have these bright, vibrant LED lights in the shop. Organization's gonna be key. Cool customization's gonna be key. I just think that this is gonna be such a fun project. I cannot wait to get started on this part of the project, which I thought I would be getting started on now, but I have to wait a little bit. It is what it is. As much as I'm bummed that I can't get in there now, I am excited that I can get in there soon. And luckily I'm actually going to be away for Workbench conference for a week. And then the hope is that when I get back, most of the work on the interior is done, and then I can get on there and start working on the concrete slab because it needs a lot of love. Also start hopefully painting some drywall and like figuring out some creative things with the ceiling. I am going to leave the pros floors to do the pro job. I'm gonna head out to Workbench Conference in a couple of days. When I get back, we will get started on the concrete floors. So that's all I got, friends. I'm really excited about this. If it wasn't for you, I don't think that this garage workshop dream could have ever come true. So thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I love you all so much. So I will see you soon with some more garage updates. But in the meantime, friends, happy DIYing.